All right, everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and yes, you're in for your second dose of the salty batch files for this week. And boy, oh boy, do we have some crazy examples here once again from not only Xbox fanboys, but a particular PC elitist himself, as we alluded to in the last video. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. All right, so like I was saying, what we do is we got some great examples for the salty batch files here. We're just going to jump right into it to make sure we, get the most out of this allotted time with you folks. I don't like to extend it too much in one video and give you guys your time back. So, starting off with everybody's residential Xbox journalist, Jez himself, he's back once again stating, people who clown Xbox Game Pass because they want their own games should probably read the terms and conditions of the games they, quote, own. DeMac, why physical will always be king. He's correct in that matter. Whether you like to do digital, it's easier, it's more convenient, this, that, and the other. Physical will always be ultimately king until it's no longer available, which, God forbid, that does ever happen in my lifetime, which is a high possibility. Will be a sad day indeed, but let's keep going with the Jez piece here. You don't own those either. Read terms and conditions, yo. So not only is Jez now from the hood here and just was raised out on the streets because he's hard like that, aside from that, he's absolutely wrong. Look, we've gone through here and there's a database. You can go out there and look. You can, and this isn't just PlayStation, mind you, but any of the physical hardware that you have, 90% of that will work without any online capacity. You don't need to download a patch. You don't need to do anything crazily to set it up online. Those games will indeed work offline. So you pop that disc in, you pop that cartridge in, whatever the case is, you own that game, and if it works right now offline, that will work 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the road, all things considered, that the cartridge is in good shape, nothing's wrong with anything there. Same thing with the disc. If you own the disc, it's not scratched, all the normal stuff, the common sense stuff, right? I don't know where the hell he's pulling this stuff out of his ass. I don't understand. This is supposed to be a journalist with integrity. We obviously know at this point in time that that's not the case with Jez, but it just really puts the hammer over the nail there, so to speak, in regards to how ridiculous his statements are and how he can't just take something that's common sense and has to sit there and spin it because he can't stand to be wrong. So he has to spin it and spread that misinformation, a complete friggin' clown. But let's keep going here because I can spend all day on that alone. Ikson, Joseph Cruz, the catfish, once again here. Hellblade 2 review, positive, groundbreaking photorealistic visuals that can be mistaken as a movie in many instances. Impressive top-tier lighting and textures, the most lifelike character animations and facial expressions to date. Outstanding, there's more and more. I don't care, you're full of shit. He gives it a 9.2. I'm surprised it's not a full-on 10. With reviews, by the way, just a side note, I don't like the 0.2s. I'm okay with, like, if you're doing the 0.5 scales, like 9.5 to 10, 7.5 to 8, stuff like that. But the 0.2, there's so many caveats. Like, no, I just never agreed with that rating system anyways, but absolutely ridiculous. So, again, somebody who writes an entire novel on Christmas Day about how unfair Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is with all the nominations and awards it got, a person that's still moonlighting as a catfish and so on and so forth, yes, we're going to take your word that this game is indeed a 9.2. God forbid it's 9.0 or 0.3, but we're not spending more time on that because it's full of shit. Extension. Continuing on here. Now, I just want to let you know, so this is the best part here. That's why I wanted to move on. It's funny because back in September of last year, linear 10-hour movie games, nobody plays anymore. Yawn emojis, triple yawn emojis. And then, of course, we have the additional comment of Final Fantasy XVI is a boring and linear action game with RPG elements where you have no freedom at all. Oh my gosh, folks. I'm going to let you take this little tidbit there and let that simmer. 9.2 for Hellblade 2 after he made those statements that you're seeing right now. What is going on here? This is the crap that they want to spread. It's bad if PlayStation has a linear story-driven game, which these two examples are, nothing wrong with that. Final Fantasy 16 was absolutely amazing in my opinion. But again, Hellblade 2 9.2, absolutely chef's kiss. Everything was great, and linear games, especially under 10 hours, is absolutely phenomenal, by the way, according to your resident catfish. So just keep that in mind, folks. When you get your information, just be sure to understand who you're dealing with. I can't make the pot calling the kettle black any clearer than that in this example, but there you have it. Let's keep going here. Visual fidelity. This is another disturbed individual with quite the delusion, but he quotes, Hellblade isn't doing big numbers because we live in a TikTok Fortnite generation. Gamers have low attention span and want instant gratification through battle pass rewards, loot boxes, endless unlockables, and level ups. Creativity, story, and immersion are no longer valued. Sad truth. No, the sad truth is you are making up excuses for a game that did not deliver in every way, shape, or form, backed with the funding of Microsoft themselves. It is what it is. It's short, it's boring. The fact that it's short is kind of derivative of your example stating that, well, the generation likes short-term stuff, but you're talking about TikTok, quick interaction pieces, Fortnite, in and out. Hellblade 2 isn't that long, my guy. That should hold the attention. If it's not holding the attention with that short of a game, what's the problem here? It isn't what you think it is, but yes, you might as well start throwing in that Xbox tax because that's another derivative and emergency break the glass plan that you like to pull out of your back pockets, but I digress. Let's keep going here. All right, so to me personally, this is the meat of it right here. But I'm going to show the first example. Alex was losing his crap. The PC elitist himself, everybody, again, like alluded to in the last video, really went after this guy. He was having a meltdown because he knew he was wrong, that PlayStation games, first-party single-player games, are not dropping at this point in time. Let me clarify that again. This point in time in the future definitely could happen, not debating that. Another hero shooter? Herman really is making me want to get a PS5, eh? Alex doesn't want Concord, that's what he's referring to. I know a lot of folks out there are not giving this the time of day. I do say wait for the beta before you put your full-time impressions in on this. I'm just saying it looked crisp, clean, all that, but I'm not going to get into that. Yo, it took a PC gaming developer to finally give y'all an actual effing video game. I'm effing dying. LOL, Path of Exile ain't for y'all. Path if Exile, that might be a PC exclusive there. I only know of Path of Exile. Ain't for y'all. That's funny because I played Path of Exile 1 on PlayStation and I thought it was a great game. I thought it was fun, very deep. There's a lot of nuances to it, 100%, and has a very high rating on the PlayStation Store. But yes, it isn't for us all. He's continuing to gatekeep. He's mentioned to me that he likes to gatekeep, but this guy just thinks he's on a mountain, man. And he calls himself Himothy all the time. His followers call him Pimp. He probably does pimp out his followers. I don't know, but it seems like that's the case. Then he continues to go on. PlayStation state if multiplats and PC ports. Herman really gave you all the okie doke. Just completely unhinged. All caps, by the way. All yelling caps, because that's what he does with his shirt off. Another Astrobot. LMAO. Herman Holst really wants to convert PC gamers. LMAO. You got it. Yeah, Astrobot's adored, man. Whether you want to admit it or not, there's a reason why Mario Galaxy and Mario Odyssey and all that stuff is held to such high regard as far as 3D platforming. Astrobot is adored by the gaming community just because it's not for you, even though you like to wear furry ears all the time. But you draw the line at Astrobot. Pick a lane. The biggest hypocrite I know is out there, and you keep pulling down that wall. Being exposed. Crazy. All right, so here's the other set of examples as he continues his unhinged dialogue here. Weekly effing logins, LOL, holy shit. Having a fit with God of War Ragnarok, needing a PSN login. So, again, PlayStation's in trouble because they're making you have a login on the PC side of things. Look out. God of War Ragnarok's only been out for a couple years by now, but those that are patient enough, now we have a problem having another login. Cue the rage bell, cue the Karen that is Alex here, of course, touting the horn. LMAO, all that crying about me today in Ragnarok hits PC. Again, 2 years later, this is not news. We knew this was coming. It was basically announced from PlayStation heads that that was coming, as well as Ghost of Tsushima, as well as all those games, not day and date. W for you, buddy. W for you. Infinity Nikki, we have Princess Peach Showtime at home. Definitely not my cup of tea, but go ahead and pick that apart. We're still in all caps for some reason. I feel like that would be a game that is up his alley, so I'm kind of confused there, but let's keep going. Antara might have some potential, but it seems bland. Because it was shown at a PlayStation showcase, I have to double backhand this here and say it looks bland or maybe not that great because, well, I'm not 100% sure it's coming to PC maybe at the time of me posting this, or the fact that it may not be coming to Xbox, we don't know yet. Maybe at the time of this recording it has been announced that. I didn't look that far into it. I don't care personally, but I love how it's a backhanded compliment because, again, it's shown at least the first time off in a PlayStation event here. So let's keep going. More VR. Can't wait to play it on PC with that new headset. PSVR ports and hardware ports. Again, yes, it's already been announced that they're going to have an adapter so the PlayStation VR 2 headset does work with your PC. Congratulations, Alex. Thank you for reiterating the no shit clause of what's already been announced, but thanks for doubling down on that. Genius. I'm glad we can come to you to set the record straight. Let's keep going. Another hero shooter? Herman really is making me want to get a PS5A. So that's the one we had before. Just had to re-emphasize that. It is what it is. They draw the line at hero shooters, but we don't say anything about enough Diablo clones. We don't say enough about enough of, Souls-like clones, RPGs, action RPGs, FPSs, war games. But we're putting our foot down at the hero shooters, guys. Per Alex. Man, this guy was unhinged. Really fun to see, to be honest with you, because he was just breaking apart in real time, knowing that between the Sony business report and the state of play, no day one single player AAA games from Sony. From first party, right? Nothing there. It's got to sting a little bit, but then he had to backtrack later, which I'm not showing here. Backtracks later to be, I didn't say day and date. Yes, you did. Anytime now. But now you're saying later on in the future, you were wrong. It's hilarious to see. It's not the first time. And the walls are starting to break and people are seeing through the bullshit. But let's continue. Let's do a quick finalized piece here from Extension. We're going to go right back to them. One more piece here. Give you guys your time back, but let's get it here. Extension, not like this, the crying emoji. So he shows owning an Xbox. He has Hellblade 2 and other stuff there, Indiana Jones, and you name it. Looking just so good. And then he takes the PlayStation 5 Pro, which we don't have the Pro out, nor anything being shown on it, takes an image from Concord, Silent Hill 2, and Astrobot, messes with the pixelations a little bit. You can clearly tell that that's the case. Not like this. No Extension, no Joseph Cruz, no Andrea the Catfish. Not like this indeed. All those games we're seeing on Xbox there on that side is also more than likely coming to PlayStation, so not like this. On the other hand, You are not getting anything like that except for Silent Hill 2 because that is a timed exclusive. So you're going to make fun of a timed exclusive. Are you going to hold that same energy when it pops over to Xbox, or do you think it magically fixes with that new, eating monsters for breakfast technology that the Series X has that can't seem to outshine PlayStation most of the time with less of an RDNA and teraflops and all that stuff there, but God forbid, right? So, craziness right there, but no, not like this. Indeed, Extension. That being said, we'll give you the rest of your day back, folks. I really appreciate it. If you made it through the entirety of the video, thank you so much. Would love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below, of course, if you haven't already. Also, leave a like. Both those things do help out the algorithm and helps these videos out tremendously, so thanks so much. Also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. That really helps me out as a small content creator, so thank you so much if you do. Even if you stop by and watch, thank you as well. But we are certainly on our way to those 2,000 sub goals. We are at this point in time less than 200 away. Absolutely floored. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so, so much. That being said, I always want you to remember, and going into this weekend, just remember, don't be a salty batch. And we'll see everybody next time on the next Xvault Gaming video. And until then, take care.